How are you folks? I didn't think I'd be this nervous, but you know, things happen. Good evening, folks. Annyeonghaseyo. Ni hao. Muchas gracias para todos los gentes. And magandang gabi po. And for any of you who speak English, howdy y'all. How you doing? Thank you for coming out tonight. We know it took a little time out of your busy schedule. If there's someone next to you you don't know, go ahead and shake their hand and say hello. That way, if they're going to sleep, you can wake them up and not feel too weird. I'd like to start off with a quote from Florence Nightingale, founder of modern nursing, and she said, "Were there none who were discontented with what they have, the world would never reach anything better." As for me, I started nursing school for the degree, but I stayed for the people. The people being my patients, my peers, and my instructors. See, I thought nursing school was going to be fun. I was wrong about that. Nursing school is like serious business, but in the end, I made it fun. I think that's why my classmates allowed me to be speaker. See, I'm not the smartest, I didn't get the best grades, but because I'm a great communicator. And to me, an effective communicator takes complex ideas and makes them simple and easy to understand. Luckily for my peers and I, the El Camino staff are educated communicators. Along with all the fun we had during this 2-year program, we also needed to endure a few hardships. For me, being forced to become mature and act serious in the class and clinic setting was something I kind of struggled with. It wasn't until my last semester when I finally got it down. Although my colleague Chris Kujis would probably argue with that. I think one of the hardest things for me to have to endure was having to hear people say, "Oh, nursing's easy. It's just an associate's degree program, right?" Or, "Oh, El Camino, I heard that's an easy program. You should breeze right through that. And what's so hard? You're an A student. You should just have to read and you already cut down hours at work." And it's funny because when I ask these folks if they're nurses, the replies are usually, "Oh no, but I have a friend who did that," you know? Or, "Oh yeah, I went to so-and-so school and I heard your school was easier." And even, "I have a bachelor's degree, so I just know you don't have it as bad as I do." I remember some of my classmates who have degrees tell me, "I have a bachelor's degree from so-and-so university and a master's in business from so-and-so university, but I've never had to put in this much work as I did in this associate's degree program." Another student told me once, "I have a bachelor's degree in biochemistry, so this is kind of easy for me." That student failed 3rd semester and had to repeat Mrs. Rosales' advanced med surge. She later confessed to me that that failure in having to repeat Mrs. Rosales' class gave her the drive to become a better nurse in the end. And if you were to check the Board of Registered Nursing right now, you'll find that the NCLEX passing rate for El Camino graduates has been over 91% over the past 5 years. Woo-hoo! This should give you an idea of the quality of education we are receiving and to the standards of which we are held to. We had to go through a few struggles, yes, I'll admit. We had to go through 8-hour lectures, getting used to 4 or 5 hours of sleep every day, living in Starbucks so much that the staff would say goodnight to me as they left from work. I felt at times like calling a doctor to put in an order for 5 milligrams IV caffeine to the right AC, 200 milliliters per hour, Q4 hours, as needed for narcolepsy. Nurses get that. Facebook became your only link to the outside world. Facebook was my best friend, and at times, my worst enemy. Dealing with the ever-changing stigma that nursing was a woman's profession. Male nurses are referred to sometimes as nurses. Well, to that, I say, nurse on! Not seeing my family and loved ones for 4 months at a time, I remember missing birthdays, special events, and even some holidays because I need time to study. I know some of us who miss weddings to study for an exam, quitting my job, breaking up with an ex-girlfriend, moving back with my parents at age 30, and telling my friends, yes, I'm still in school. But I give real respect to my friends that are single moms and dads out here. I admire those of you who do our lovely 3-hour care plans, 8-hour evidence-based papers, and having to study after tending to their own children's needs, and they still get up at 4 or 5 a.m. because we all know we have to be at clinicals at 6 a.m. sharp, no matter what. And then we're forced to wear these all-white nursing school uniforms. It made us look like the milkman woman or the good humor ice cream salesperson. I mean, sometimes I had to shoo kids away from me because I thought I was selling ice cream. Medical staff at the hospitals knew who we were because you couldn't miss like the white blood cells, as I affectionately call ourselves. But in conclusion, through all the struggles and strife, you've got to have fun to avoid from burning out. You see, to me, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey to get there. My journey, it took me a different route. I failed obstetrics and pediatrics class and had to repeat it. This set me back a year. I ended a 9-year relationship due to lack of time to spend with her. But don't fret, I found an even better one with someone right here in the nursing program. I see you, baby. I slept in my car a few days to save on gas, driving time, in order to increase sleep time. I canceled work shifts and got behind on some bills to increase study time. And in the end, I stand before you today, a graduate from the prestigious El Camino Nursing Program. The same program where the NCLEX passing rate for first-time examinees last year was over 96%. Yes, ma'am, and sirs. This should tell you the quality of students that are produced by the amazing educators here at El Camino. You're welcome. And it wouldn't be fitting if I didn't add a little pizzazz into it, so I have a poem. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
Here it goes. See, Dr. Hyacinth taught me to be professional at all times. Dr. Orton told me with pain, there's no reason not to smile. Dr. Bailey said, stiff up a lip and remain strong. And when times get tough, stay calm and carry on. Miss Gross told me I can do it. All I gotta do was read. And read and read and read until my eyes bleed. Mrs. Martinez said I can do it. I just have to calm down. Weird haircuts in clinical may not be the best style. Mrs. White taught me in nursing you have to have heart, and an S3 heart sound was not a good start. Ms. Moon told me to be yourself and still have fun, to be an excellent nurse and watch out for skunks. Mrs. Kidwell taught me a smile is all I have to have, with the addition of maybe an extraordinary laugh. Mrs. Rosales taught me inside you've got what it takes, and by putting in hard work, I can make the grade. Mrs. Scarlett told me I was crazy, but in a good way. It's because of all of them that I stand here today. So thank you to all my teachers. I love you to Dad and Mom. And last but not least, many thanks be to God.